We had Ben Player, but already in the water, we've got Pierre-Louis Costes in the next heat, straight into it, and he says, "Hey Ben, that's how you flip." And
Oh my!
it's heating up here, Manny. The waves are turning on. We're seeing some amazing kids, and straight away, hardballs. Ryan Hardy, he's onto it. Unfortunately, not the wave he was after, but Pierre, look, I don't know where to start, Manny.
Unbelievable.
I
So
cannot believe
without
Ben Player just won that one, but he is PLC.
All right, PLC starting off his campaign with a gigantic backflip right there and pulls it off flawlessly. Here, PLC knows what's at stake. He wants to get into the quarterfinals and face off against the winner of the last heat, Ben Player. The winner of PLC versus Ryan Hardy will face off against Ben Player. Ben Player hungry, PLC hungry. Ryan Hardy, he has to deal with PLC's backflips, the French phenom. Can he hold off Ryan Hardy with the clean, smooth lines and carves that Ryan Hardy is known for? It comes down to this. We have 25 minutes heats going down. Ryan Hardy versus PLC. PLC in red, Hardy in yellow. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Strap on your seatbelts. It's going to be an amazing ride here through these rounds.
Manny, I'm sorry. I promise I'll move on from Heat 3 soon, but I am still in disbelief about what we just saw go down. Ben Player, we've got to keep in mind that, yes, it's what happened in the heat, but it's what happened in the World Tour race too. It said Jeff Hubb, he is the current standings leader. If he would have got through that heat, which he looked certain to do, he would have been that much closer to a world title for 2011. And it was stolen from him in the last 30 seconds by Ben Player. Look, they're in there in the shower, they were rinsing off. I don't think Jeff can believe what happened. He would have been sitting out there thinking about his next heat. And all of a sudden, but look, it was deserved. Ben Player, big flip. He did it. We saw him do it to get to the round 4 position. He had to win his round 3 heat. 15 minutes of the heat had gone. He had not caught a wave. And then he rocketed with 2 powerful waves, got through to a win. Draws Jeff Hubbard again against the ropes. Ben Player pulls it out. And, I spoke about it earlier, Manny. Everyone's talking that Ben Player will do good at this wave. It reminds them of BlackRock in Australia. It's not his home break, but it's a break he's famous for. He surfs it whenever it's on. But, okay, promise, I'll let that go. Let's talk about Heat 4.
I'm pretty sure you're going to bring that up again, but let's move on. PLC now currently in the water, wearing the red jersey, facing off against Ryan Hardy. PLC, we talk about his backflips that he can pull off at the snap of a finger. Here he is dropping in on this one. Take a look.
And he gets up to the section and looks like he's spun that round for an ARS. And Pierre-Louis Costes, he has opened with 2 massive scores. Bit of a crowd favourite here as well because he gets, you know who the crowd's like. And Pierre's loved all around the world, but every time Pierre's got a wave in this competition, you hear the local crowd fire up. But here's the replay again, Manny. Can you talk us through this one?
Of course. Here he is dropping in. It looks like a little elevator drop on the takeoff and punches through the lip and goes for, well, it could be a backflip. But it was more of a rotation coming down, so it was an ARS, an air roll spin. PLC making a nice second wave come down on his scorecard.
Yeah, well, look, as I said, Hard is really yet to get a solid score on the board. Pierre has locked in 2 solid scores against Sorry again. We are just waiting for these scores to drop, but looks like the first wave of PLC was an 8.45, Manny. That's a massive score. That was that big flip we saw in the first couple of minutes. Still waiting for the second score to drop. But Ryan Hardy, he's only got a 1.1 at the moment. But yeah, look, I'm trying to move on from Heat 3, but we keep getting drawn back, Manny.
Well, you know what? I told you we were going to talk about it again. Right now, the winner of that heat is now with Shaggy. Shaggy, where you at?
So they're like, nothing beats a heat where you think you're going to lose, and then you last minute you get one, and you end up winning it. I'm so stoked, though.
So just talk us through your wave. How hard went down?
Well, just going to start off with the beginning of the heat. I knew it was going to be super tough going against Jeff. Like, the guy rules, he ribs, and I knew I was going to have to push it pretty hard. And I did an 8.4 to win the heat, and this set came through, and I thought, no, looked like the wrong direction. And then this one just had a nice little section on it. Made sure it wasn't too deep paddling into it, and just came around and it just stood up nicely. So I knew I had to do a flip, so I just went for it. And luckily, I was pretty lucky to be able to handle it because I was kind of bouncing a lot when I was coming out. and then came out and they gave me a 9. I was like, you beauty.
Man, it was incredible. Talk about leaving it to the last minute.
Oh yeah, good one, yeah.
Hey, no pun intended. Anyway, congratulations, and back to you, Manny.
Shaggy and Ben always having a good time no matter where they're at. And yeah, you can tell Ben Player is pumped.
Oh, he is, and so he should be. And look, he's one of the most liked riders on tour, and so I'm sure there's plenty of fans out there. And if you're out there watching in Cyberland, jump on the Facebook and post a little shout out to Benny and tell him how stoked you are. But I'm focused on concentrating on this heat, Manny, and Pierre-Louis Costes has dropped 2 massive scores. He has a 16.25 already in the first 5 minutes of this heat. An 8.45 for the first wave, 7.8 for the second wave. Ryan Hardy, he's in shock. He's well into combo land, and he's thinking, I've got 20 minutes to pull something out of the bag. Can he do it?
I'm sure he can do it, but you know what? If I was PLC, I'd probably paddle over to the lifeguard and chill out on that longboard and just watch, because now Ryan Hardy has an uphill battle. Huge lead from PLC, 16.25. That is an amazing start in the first 5 minutes of this 25-minute heat. And Ryan Hardy, what can he do? What does he need to do?
Oh, he needs to really pull it out of the bag. Like Ryan Hardy's known for his power surfing, which probably isn't going to have the opportunity to do that today. So he's got to pull the tricks out. He can do them. He can do them better than anyone. But yeah, look, he's from Margaret River, and look, he had the home event. He had the World Tour visit his home back in April this year, and he executed on the dream. A beautiful part of the world. Ryan Hardy, there's Magno just boosting in that semi-final, but Ryan Hardy, this is another moment you won't forget. But watch him roll this one, Manny. Bang! This is his backyard, the box, and then he just had a little celebration tweak. Just and look, there's his fans. He got the local boys, and look, everyone had a tear in their eye with that win. It was such an emotional win. It meant so much to Ryan. He had backed that up with a very strong result in Mexico. He's very much in contention. He's number 4 in the world at the moment. But he probably needs a win at this event, and PLC, well, he's not going to make it easy for him.
No, not at all. I mean, PLC absolutely annihilating Hardy right now in the first 5 minutes of this heat. We have 19 minutes remaining, and Ryan Hardy only has one wave, a 1.1, versus PLC's 2-wave combined score of a 16.25. Ryan Hardy, you never know. All he really needs is 2 solid, perfect waves to come through, and that is definitely possible. We saw Ben Player pull everything out. Mother Nature delivered straight to Ben Player, and can Mother Nature deliver to fellow Aussie Ryan Hardy?
Oh, mate, I hope so. Look, Ryan's a great competitor, and I keep saying it, but I think he's everybody's favourite rider, and deservedly so. And look, he's got the work cut out for him, but 18 minutes to go, Manny, and anything can happen. And he's got priority at the moment, and let's see what he can do with it. But at the moment, he's just got the one wave, which was a bit of a throwaway of a 1.1. But PLC, look, he's promised big things for so many years, and he's starting to deliver them. And if you're on the other end of it, it's not a nice place to be.
No, I would not want to be in a heat with PLC, not when he's doing what he's doing right now to Ryan Hardy. Ryan Hardy definitely in shock, cannot believe what is happening in this heat. He's got a long road ahead of him if he wants to come out and beat PLC out of this heat. PLC, 2 solid scoring waves right off the bat. Now, what is PLC going to do? He can hold on. He can get the priority, hold off Ryan Hardy for the entire heat, which he can do. But PLC, here he is, decides to catch a wave on the inside.
Up and right. Look, I guess it's a high-risk strategy. He delivers here because he's done a little backflip there, but he knows he's got a better of 7.8. So he's got to go for it. If he's going to catch away, there's no use playing around. You've got a 7.8. He needs an 8-point ride, and we've seen how capable he is of that. But he's probably just he's only going to surf one more time today, so he doesn't need to save energy. But I guess he just wants to better that 7.8 and really just put Ryan Hardy back in his box and and take that potential out. But it's funny, Benny. We said that talk about that wave of Pierre's as a bit of a throwaway. The scores are dropping for it, and any other rider in the world, it'd be a great score.
Unreal. All right, so here we go. PLC waiting for that third wave to drop. And Ryan Hardy, again, he has 16 minutes to go in this heat. Time is running down, ticking away as Ryan Hardy sitting patiently on the outside waiting for something to come through, something to give him the opportunity to add to his scorecard. PLC, all smiles right now, heading back out to the lineup. Beautiful backdrop and another beautiful day here in Reunion.
Oh, for sure,
PLC,
man.
look at that. Look at the backdrop. Yeah, PLC, he's, good looking, handsome, but also the backdrop, unbelievable.
Yeah, no, he's a rock star of the sport, but rock star of the Indian Ocean's Reunion Island, because, as you said, in the backdrop there, you saw the mountains. We're hoping to get a lay day at some stage in this event so we can get up there and check it out, because, you'd look up from the coast and there's amazing mountains, which are still live volcanoes. And have you been up there yet?
We haven't been to the volcanoes yet. I mean, we just been to the waterfalls, and the waterfalls alone, where I can go back to the waterfalls every single day and I'd be happy. But there's a ton of things to do here in Reunion Island. More snorkeling for sure going down, and we are going to take the hike up to the Cirques, which are 3 calderas up above in the mountains. But this right here is the waterfall that everybody's been talking about. It is called Cascade La Gevine, and it is absolutely amazing. The water very crisp and cool, crystal clear. Some of the clearest waters I've ever been in, and I'm trying to set up a nice a tour for the riders so they can all get out there all at the same time, so we can get some nice photos and video of the crew having a good time at Cascade La Gevine.
For sure, man. You said the water's a bit cooler. Is it cooler than the ocean up there, or is it?
Yes, very much so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's crisp.
Okay.
It's like when you jump in all the way underwater, it takes it out of you. It's like one of those, so you feel it, but then it just goes away because you're just in awe of what's around you. So.
Yeah, well, I might stick to the lagoon down at Manapenny. That's my favourite spot at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Look at Dallas on the bottom corner. He's passed out. He's coming up next. Johan Florentine, Heat 8.
Yeah, he does that a bit. This morning when we showed up, Dallas, I'm not sure if it's some sort of mental preparation or he's literally just sleeping, but he was tuned out this morning as well, and it seems to be working for him. He's found his way into the final 16. And look, he said he's in Heat 8. He's got probably another couple of, hour and a half or so until he's in the water, conserving energy, refocusing his thoughts, and seeing what he can do. But yeah, that's going to be a tough one. Johan Florentine, probably been, I keep saying the form surfer of the event, but he's shown some amazing talent in the earlier rounds.
Well, we saw Dallas taking a little nap under the competitors' area. Well, Ryan Hardy seems to be taking a nap out in the water. He better wake up because time is running out. Dallas Singer totally out, and somebody better wake him up. We know for sure Johan Florentine, his competitor, will not wake him up. That is coming up next. Heat number 8 in round number 4. PLC in the red jersey out in the water, sitting comfortably, very comfortably in first place.
Yeah, look, 13 minutes to go, Manny, and Pierre has, really got Ryan Hardy on the ropes here. Not only is he in combo land, but he needs a couple of massive scores, which are going to be tough. And as the time ticks away, it just gets that much harder for Ryan Hardy. And we'll see. See what happens. I think we'd all like to see Hardy get a wave and make it a contest this heat. And but it's just they're not coming his way. It gets harder though, Manny. He's so far behind now. He knows he's got to pick off the bomb set. And yeah.
And you know what? Looks like there could be some waves coming in out the back. Ryan Hardy waiting patiently. He does have priority, so he's just waiting for that wave. Could this be a wave? Here we go. Ryan Hardy up and riding.
Here we go. Let's see what he can do, man. He looks for a bit of a barrel. Bang! Big invert, and he rides out of that, does he? Oh, he's being clipped by the wash. That's going to be an incomplete manoeuvre, I think. He'll get some points for that because he just really hit it. Talk us through this one, man.
All right, you got it. Ryan Hardy coming off the bottom. He knows he has to do something big, so he goes straight for a big lip maneuver. Nice invert all the way through, but lands in a section where it did not let him ride it out in front of the wave. So Ryan Hardy falling down. Here we are, PLC dropping in.
He's just playing with the wave now. Another big flip in front of Ryan Hardy to make it even worse, and he'll roll that through. Look, he's trying to better a 7.8.
PLC might as well just come all the way in.
Yeah, he may as well. But look, now we saw what happened in the last heat. You can never say never. But Hardy only got a 2 for that last wave. So he's still in combat land. But we've got a replay here, Manny, of Pierre. He's screaming across this wave. And again, gets right up to it. He loves a flip, does Pierre. And bang, perfect execution. Whips it around nice and quick and sets himself up for another roll. It'll be interesting. A very good wave. He's trying to better a 7.8. Little challenge for the judges. They thought they could have a rest, but no, not at all. Pierre said, check this out. And, I just think the problem was probably not in the critical part of the wave like his earlier waves. So he'll be doing it pretty tough to better that 7.8. But hey, all the pressure's on Ryan Hardy. He has a total score of 3.1 with 15 minutes gone, 10 minutes remaining. He's well and truly in combo land. What can he do?
Well, Ryan Hardy's trying to figure out what he can do. I mean, he's got 10 minutes, 20 seconds remaining, and it's not over yet. We've been saying it from day number 1, from the first event, the first final, the Pipeline Pro, where Jeff Hubbard was in combination land with 5 minutes to go, and he was able to pull off a win and take it from Thomas Rigby. Now Ryan Hardy is in that situation. What do we got going on here? Looks like the Aussies and Mark McCarthy with the black hat.
A couple of the boys are already through, Jake Stone and Ben Player. I think you've got Mark McCarthy there, but that looks like, if I'm correct, Mark McCarthy's father, who's flown over from South Africa for the event. Unfortunately for Mark, he couldn't, he's been such a consistent competitor all year. He didn't have a great result, didn't get through to the final 16, but true sportsman, he's here watching it to the end. Look at Ben Player, he's just got a quiver of hats, hasn't he? He's got put on the Grand Flavour hat, and he's probably going to put some tunes on now and just get himself prepared for the next day of competition. But and there you have. Look at who we got there, Manny. He's still going. The machine, Alex Yorunga.
Yes, Alex Yorunga will be coming up next against Guilherme Temega. That is going to go down right after this heat. Ryan Hardy still trying to figure out what's going to go down.
Yeah, for sure. But look, we've pushed through to round 4 today, Manny, so we've got 1 day of competition left. We've still got 6 days left in the waiting period.
Nice.
So we're going to start. But the way we like to structure these events is get these rounds over and then leave ourselves the maximum opportunity to get the best possible conditions for the final day. As you can see, here we are. It's Monday. Maybe the forecast is a little bit off. It's dropping. It's not quite 6 foot. The wind's cross shore, but Tuesday that's tomorrow. We're looking for similar conditions as today. Then it drops off on Wednesday and Thursday. The big challenge we have to make the decision. There's going to be waves tomorrow pretty similar to today. There's a big swell coming on the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Do we hold out for that? How are the winds going to be? It's one of the dilemmas that the IBA officials are faced with. And it's always a hard position. We always like to leave it to hold out for the big waves, but it's always a risky proposition. And let's wait and see. But what we'll do, we'll come here tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, check the forecast. What we do, we sit here with a couple of riders, a couple of the locals, check out all the charts. These guys are experts. They surf here every day. They know what conditions are like, what they're going to be like. They're the best in the world for this break in forecasting. So 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, we'll be here. The laptops will be open. We'll be looking at the different charts, the swell direction, the wind direction, the forecast, and make a call. But we lean on guys like Amaury Laverne, Charlie Chapelet, locals, and then just other guys. We get like the technical manager Craig Haddon comes in and just lets it make everyone clear how many rounds are left, what we need to finish. So many considerations. But if for the viewers, don't make any plans for tomorrow. Keep it clear, because I would check in at 7 o'clock tomorrow. All the riders will be doing that, and we'll find out. But I'd probably say it's about a 60-40 chance of running tomorrow, Manny. So let's wait and see.
So if you want to make sure if it's going to go down or not, make sure you tune in not only to IBAWorldTour.com, but check out our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube accounts as well, IBA World Tour. So as you mentioned, Amaury is one of the go-to guys as far as the swell forecasts and what to expect as far as the delivering of swell and winds, as Ryan Hardy did at the box in Western Australia. Ryan Hardy was actually on top of it. He was there predicting, helping predict what was to be expected in the coming days of competition. So the local guys not only have to worry about competition, but play a part in helping out on some serious decision makings as far as conditions are concerned at the venues.
Yeah, for sure. And I've got to pay a little bit of respect to Ryan Hardy. He did such a great job in the box. Again, very testing conditions. And the forecast was looking 50-50. He was spot on with his calls. He told us when to go on hold. He told us when to run. And he got it right every time. And he was rewarded with that by taking out the contest. But again, Amaury Laverne, he's got the same pressure while he's here. You've got to deal with all the expectation of the locals and the media, plus just the pressure of the world title race. But then you're getting asked to make a call on the conditions. These guys, the amount they give their heart, they give everything to the tour. And that's why, we're going from strength to strength.
I can't believe that we are spending so much time talking about other things rather than Ryan Hardy catching waves. Ryan Hardy is, I don't know what's going on out there, but Mother Nature decided to say, hey, we're not going to give you any waves in this heat. I'm looking down PLC's scorecard. He's got some serious scores. His two lower scores beats Ryan Hardy's Ryan Hardy, I don't know what's going on out there.
Yeah, Ryan Hardy's combination of his best two waves doesn't even beat a single wave, or even half of a single wave of Pierre's. He's just
unbelievable,
smoked in this heat. And look, again, it comes down to strategy. But what you've got to do, you make a decision. Do you sit there and go hard early when the waves are there, or do you sit back and wait in anticipation of something better coming later? Pierre obviously had the strategy. I'm out there. I'm getting waves early, and he had this heat in the bag. After 5 minutes, Manny, and now Ryan's left in that situation where he's got to wait for the bomb. And look, he's got priority. There's some sets coming. We're down to 4.5 minutes, so he's going to have to get one here, destroy it, and then get back out there again. So as the seconds tick away, it gets really hard for Ryan. And not on that one, unfortunately. A little bit of a right there, just flirting with the competitors.
I'm shaking my head right now. I don't think I've ever seen Ryan Hardy just collapse in a heat like this before. Just PLC came out firing and never looked back. Ryan Hardy trying to look forward but doesn't see anything in sight. His two waves, a 1.1 and a 2.0, some of the lowest scoring waves of the competition, and Ryan Hardy losing time. Here he goes. Now he's got something to go. Ryan Hardy up and riding.
Come on, hardballs. Let's put something on. And look, so frustrating. As the pressure builds, life just gets harder. And he knows he needs a big score. That wave was not going to give it to him, so he had to kick out straight away. But the problem is he's given priority back to Pierre, who's going to take that straight away and take off on this one, Manny.
Yes, PLC taking a look and cuts out of that one right off the bat. I mean, he didn't even drop in on that wave, but may have given up priority back to Ryan Hardy.
But yeah, Manny. Now normally you'd say that was probably a strategic error by Pierre, but he's so far in front, I don't think it'll matter. But hang on, what was that?
That looked like a reverse roll right there. We've seen the likes of it from other riders. Ryan Hardy looking on this right. Finally, the Hardy we've all know and what to expect from him. Finally finds a nice right-handed wave and pulls off a maneuver right there. And the last few minutes of this heat, Ryan Hardy finally getting a decent-sized wave and decent maneuver under his belt.
Let's look at this again, man. He gets that right and times it perfectly and gets up, does an ARS. Look, that's tough in these conditions, especially with the wind blowing in your face. He has to fight it round a bit. The judges will probably penalise him a little bit for that. But at least gets him on the scoreboard, Manny. And, he may just sneak himself out of Comboville. And then it gives him 2 minutes to get back out there, and you're probably going to need a 10 or something. But scores drop 6.55 for that. He now needs a 9.7 in the last 2 minutes. And he's straight onto it again, Manny.
Can you imagine if he pulls off that 9.7 right now? Starts off this wave campaign with a nice roll, sneaks under the barrel, nice pocket ride, holding on to the brakes, pulls and drags his legs, slows down, gets in the barrel, comes out, and that's all she wrote for Ryan Hardy. I don't think that was a 9.7 ride, and it was PLC just absolutely annihilating the competition in this heat. Unbelievable.
Look, good to see Ryan get some waves at the end of that heat, though. He didn't give up. Pierre's already in. he was pretty confident. But look, yeah, Ryan, last 2 minutes he got 2 waves to make a contest of it. Got himself out of combination situation, and it's a bit of respectability into the result. But it was a comfortable win for the Frenchman, Pierre-Louis Costes, 16.25. He books himself into the quarterfinals, and he'll take on Ben Player, Manny. Another exciting matchup. So far, we have 2 of the 4 quarterfinals decided. First one will see Amaury Laverne take on Jake Stone. Second one will see Ben Player take on PLC. So it's funny how it works out, Manny, but once the dust settles, you seem to see, what do they say? The cream rises to the top, and the first 4 riders through, are very much the cream of the crop.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing, though, with...
Thanks, guys. I'm down here with Pierre-Louis Coste, winner of the last heat. Congratulations, Pierre. That was a pretty exciting heat to watch with you surfing in there.
Thanks, Shaggy.
How did you get that first wave? That was amazing.
Before the heat, me and Ryan wanted to play rock, paper, scissors to see who's going to get the first wave. I guess I won this, and I won the hit with this, so luck played a lot in that hit, I guess.
So talk us through that backflip once you won the rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, so Hardy was more deep, and he asked me if I wanted to go, and I said I'll look the wedge, and I said yeah, for sure I'll go. And it was actually a close out, but I have enough speed from that wedge to get out of the lip, so yeah, I went for a backflip to make sure that I would get the score.
And do you enjoy competing against Ryan?
Yeah, me and Hardy and Ryan Hardy have always we love to compete against each other. We always in everything actually, in tennis, in everything we like to compete against each other. So every time we are against each other, we just I don't know, it's like the final every time for us. And so I'm really happy to go through that hit. Ryan is one of my idols, and beat him is, I don't know, it's like something that I never imagined I would be able to when I was watching Hard Life. So yeah, I'm super happy to be still in the comp in Reunion, and hopefully I'll do good against Ben next hit.
Well, congratulations. Like to send a shout out to Portugal, to Root?
Well, my girlfriend is on the way to Reunion now, so maybe she'll be here for the finals, which I'm pretty happy about. And my family will be awake now, so I just want to send a kiss to all my family, my sister, my mom, my dad, and here we go. The competition is not over.
Cool.